Yo. I'm still in my Spelunky era. I'm fine, I guess. I submitted my grant. I was up last night until 7:30. And by last night I mean today. So my sleep is all screwed up. And the rest of me is all screwed up. But the grant is at least submitted. It was a nightmare. I kind of just lied around most of the day. Half sleeping, half semi-stoned. Yeah, now I can do things that matter, like beating Spelunky. And beating Final Fantasy VIII at some point. And then beating Earthbound. And I don't know, whatever else I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm going to work this week. I think I'm just gonna take the rest of it off. Like, all those days of just working on the grant for like 12 to 14 hours or more. Just, totally messes with your sense of time and sense of everything else. And sleep and, I don't have anything too exciting to say, but I'm glad it's done. Also, I took another Ambien to see if that would help me sleep. It was pretty bad last time, but at least if I don't sleep that well tonight, I'll have tomorrow to recuperate. Oops. What if I just never sleep again? Yeah, what if? What if I have, oh, what is that disease called? It's like familial short sleep or something, but it's not called that. Where you essentially just never sleep and then you die from not sleeping. Chronic no sleepy disease. Oh god, I spent so long on that grant, and then I spent so long on my boss's grant. I spent so long on everything. Everything takes so much time. Every single one of those grant sections took like multiple days longer to put together than I thought they were going to. I was out of coffee in the apartment, so I just embraced the darkness and got some energy drinks. So like, yesterday when I was working on the grant, 2 monsters in, I was thinking, wow, this is really good. In fact, I might even get funded on the first round without having to go through revisions. And then by the time I did all the proofreading, and it was like 6 or 7 in the morning, I was just resigned to the fact that everything I'd written was actually quite bad. But yes, I made the deadline, it's in, it's done. I don't know if it's very good. I feel like it was not written particularly well. I think it is the best I could have done with the time constraints that I had. But I don't think it was the best thing I've ever done. Also, I'm very tired. And that's even before the Ambient has started doing anything. Or maybe it started doing things, I don't know. I feel like I'm not playing this very well. But the extra bouncy jump is kind of throwing me off as well. Yeah, I mean, if it sucks, they tell me where the deficiencies are, and then I address them, and then I submit it again, and then it's fine, but I don't know. It would be good to just have it be, like, right the first time, so I wouldn't have to do it again. But I don't think that was ever really in the cards. I don't know. God, it took so long. Just non-stop work every day, every weekend, forever. I don't know what I'm gonna do in my, like, off time now. Order Starbucks and get stoned and play Balatro for 6 hours. Some people get funded on the first try. It's not like it's impossible. It's just, you know, you have to have a really strong application with like a lot of good preliminary data, and it's got to be very clear. And when I was proofreading it at like 6 in the morning today, not only were there a number of typos which were regrettable, but I did fix, but I feel like it was just not written super clearly as to like what the hypothesis is, or like what the model mechanistically is supposed to be. Like, I have an idea because I wrote it, but I was also kind of like fleshing it out as I was writing it. So I think it probably is going to come off to reviewers as a little bit undercooked. But we'll see. At least it's done. You're not going to have the chance to put in reviewed or revisions if you don't send it in. So I don't know. I'm just kind of at a loss for what to do, like, with myself at the moment, because all I've been doing is that and like a little bit of Spelunky. Well, the thing is that, like, I had multiple people read it, and they said, like, a couple of them said it was good. My boss, I feel like, was kind of unimpressed. Not like he said anything specifically to that effect, but I don't think he ever told me it was, like, ever good. Just that certain revisions I put on it were, you know, made it better than it was initially. And I think the people that told me it was kind of good, 2 in a row, told me that it was kind of good were maybe being a little charitable. Or like a lot of their revisions were like, not even grammatical things, but stylistic things. Like, oh, well, I'm not a comma person, so I took a lot of these commas out. Like, okay, that's fine, but, you know, the main focus is on if the, like, ideas and the mechanism and the plan and everything is clear, and not, like, if you agree with the use of the Oxford comma. Anyway, it's in. It's dense. No, the Oxford comma is great. It's my favorite of the commas. My second favorite one is the comma chameleon. Wow. I don't have any ropes. Now I do. Oxford commas are forbidden. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you really want to add a little bit of definition between the first things in the list and the last thing on the list. I know there are general grammar rules, but you know what? Language exists to be played with and get your idea across. And emphasize the things that you want to be emphasized. So, like, screw it. There are certain things I could do to, you know, get the idea across. Ah, shit. Then I might as well. Oh, let me show you. I mean, if you've already seen it, but... And to clarify, this is only the science section. I had like 10 other sections due today. Like animal use things, career plan, that was like 10 pages. Mentoring plans. Whole bunch of other stuff. Look at how chunky it is. Oh, you can't see it. It's so chunky. It's just... Well, scrolling through it in like 2 seconds does not necessarily get across the idea of how much work was involved. Just in this section specifically, I don't know. And it also doesn't get across the idea of, you know, how long it takes to do the data analysis going from these 24-hour raw data EEG files to analyzed versions to then going through the analysis and figuring out, like, okay, well, what has actually changed? And interpreting it, and then plotting it, and then adjusting the figure plots so they all look nice when you put them all together and they don't end up taking like a huge chunk of the page. Also, I had been sick for like a week or so. My computer power supply died. It was just a mess. I was working on all my boss's stuff, of which there was way more than I had ever anticipated. God damn it. But yes, it was a drag. Honestly, they should just do grants the way that, I don't know, like, like private industry sort of has, in a way. Like, you're not really begging for money. You know, the company or the team or the department or whatever has a reputation, and therefore, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to get across. I had an Ambien. Anyway, they should have it so, like, the department or the university or something, someone that represents multiple labs. Like, there's a guy with a job, and his job is to, like, advocate for the lab and get funding. And, you know, every year it's like, okay, we've managed to secure this much in funding for these projects across the whole department, etc. Instead of expecting individual investigators to have to put them all together themselves every year. Or something. Because, like, you just think about how much stuff is independently expected of you in science. Like, the backgrounds and the competencies you have to have for everything. Like, you're doing all the experiments, you're analyzing all the data, you're writing all the grants, you're writing all the papers. You know, in some cases in big labs, you've got, like, a dude who's dedicated to doing the stats, or, you know, people who will do some of the grunt work, but for the most part, you're just expected to know how to do everything. And it's just so much effort for, like, pay that is really not commensurate. Oh, I'm gonna take a whole bunch of damage here. Ow, ow. Yeah, there should be a grant writer on staff. It shouldn't be down to me. You know, stuff should be delegated in such a way where you're not just expected to be able to do everything. Which is, like, interesting from a, oh, look what I'm capable of perspective, but also, God, does it burn you out fast. Like, oh, God. I can't believe I didn't finish, or get this thing finished until, like, 7:30. Or it had been done, I was just proofreading it, but still. What a nightmare. Yeah, and, like, when you're then expected to manage all these things at once, it doesn't make the science any better. It just kind of enhances the chance that you're gonna end up screwing something up. I don't know, I'm just complaining. I guess I should be thankful to have funding and... I don't know. A job. Doing a real bad job at Spelunky. I did not sleep very much. Or very well. And I think maybe the Ambien is kicking in. Also, I'm slightly annoyed because I submitted this massive grant today and CC'd my boss on it and he didn't say anything. I kind of wish he said, good job. Or, like, well done, or literally any acknowledgement related to the amount of work I was putting in. Not only for his project, but for my project, and if I end up getting the grant, it frees up a lot of money on his end as well. I know that's very petty, but still. I thrive on external acknowledgement. What's next for me? I'm taking a break of sorts. I don't know what's next. Oh, no, I do know what's next. I have a paper I have to write. He wrote his own grant, but he doesn't really do the experiments. When you're like a senior scientist at a certain point, you generally have like postdocs or grad students who do most of the lab work. So he'll like come up with the experiments and the proposed models and do most of the grant writing on his end, but he's not running the experiments or doing the analysis or making the figures or anything like that. Like, he only ends up seeing the results of the project when we'll have meetings and I'll have the data plotted up and say like, I did those things and this is what happened. So it's all kind of on me to get that flowing. Otherwise it's just kind of, you know, a bunch of hypotheses with no data. And to clarify, this is not me, like, being critical of him. I think he is a good mentor. It's just me having been very stressed out for a very long time and working very hard and steadily falling apart and just kind of looking for that pat on the head. But yeah, I have a paper I have to write by the end of September. That's got a pretty detailed outline I've already put together, and I've already done a pretty sizable review of the literature. So that shouldn't take too long. Ow, wait, what hit me? Oh, how do I get up there? I guess we'll just go around. Oh, I've got the sticky bombs. No, compass. Get up here. Oh. Oh, I have significantly fewer sticky bombs. The thing that was due is done. The next thing that's due is unrelated to the previous thing. And if anything, I should be thankful for the opportunity to write a paper for this journal, because it's a good journal, and they specifically requested I do it. Which, you know, of course, they have their own motivations. It's not like they're necessarily super impressed, but it's more, or like super impressed by me, as much as it's like, oh, well, your paper that you wrote for us has hit a threshold of whatever interaction metrics that we look for, and thus we want you to do more writing for us. But if they invite you to do it, generally, as long as you do a decently competent job, at least in my understanding, they will more than likely accept the paper. It's not guaranteed, but it's, you know, they've already demonstrated interest on their end. Oh, one sec. My throat's acting up. Better. Yeah, well, at least I have like a solid salary that comes in. I'm sure as someone who does freelance things, it's much less predictable. And also I have health insurance. Ha ha ha. Gotta grind that H index. Do these levels have a faster time limit for the ghost shows up? Or does it just feel that way? I mean, that was self-inflicted. Oh shit. Oops. I kind of want to have a normal job, like, ouch, like working at McDonald's or something. Just something that's low stakes, that I don't have to give a shit about, because I'm like still doing the PhD research, or the postdoctoral research. And if they fire me because I tell a customer to get bent, I'm like, okay, that's fine, I don't care. I don't need you, I don't need your reference. I'll just be a public menace. I don't think customer service should be allowed to sit down. I want them to know that they're a lower organism than I am as the customer. If they're not at least specifically expressing fealty to my presence, I don't know why I'm in this establishment. If when I order a latte at Starbucks and they don't say, "Thank you for your order, master," I don't know what I'm doing. What they're doing, I mean, I know what I'm doing, and that's calling the manager to get them fired. Gotta put the serve in subservice, yeah. Gotta put the sub in subservice. It's in the name. Yeah. Well, the problem is in Massachusetts, everyone is a doctor at Harvard. Like in Boston, it's like, oh, I'm a Harvard neuroscientist. And then like your Uber driver turns around and is like, I'm also a Harvard neuroscientist. And then he pulls up to another Uber driver who rolls his window down and says, "Me too. Ouch." Yeah, I think customer service employees should be forced to wear horse blinders so they don't look directly at me. They don't have the right to do so. If anything, they should be happy that they're able to hear my voice at all. But they're forbidden for laying their forbidden from laying their eyes upon me. What if they're into that? I mean, then it's a perk, I guess, for the customer service people. I mean, look, if they want to be subservient, that's fine. I just want my latte. And, you know, some sort of reminder of my superiority. What am I talking about? Drop a grant paper and go full diva. No, it's... I'd blame maybe the Ambien for that. It's not even a good, like, grant application. It's okay, but it's not gonna get funded. I don't know, I tried Ambien once and had a miserable night's sleep with incredibly viscerally gory nightmares and absolutely hated it. And then I had to go into work tomorrow and do a bunch of work for my grant and my boss for my data analysis. So... I was not thrilled. Causes all that next day impairment. But because I'm not working tomorrow, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I just want to put out papers and, you know, make it clear that I am a cut above the people who pour my coffee. Is that so much to ask? Also, to clarify, I say all of this in jest. I'm not really an asshole in real life. I'm just an asshole for fun. Just like when I fly for fun. Exactly like that. Look, I just expect the healers to heal me and the tanks to tank, and then I fly and it's fun. You know, everyone's a domino. Fall in the way that you're expected, and get on with it. Yeah. Well, that's what I do whenever I have, like, a conference or something, and the airliner's like, what is the prefix of the name of the person on this ticket? And I'll always select doctor on the website. Technically correct. Though not really meaningful. And yeah, we have someone at the back of the plane who has a grant due in 3 hours. Is there a doctor on this flight? Mid-flight brain dissection. We have a rodent that needs electrodes in its brain. Stat. Yeah, they're calling me up to board the plane, and I'm like chatting with the pilots like, yeah, you know, I have an H index of 5. Just, you know, if you want to bump me up to first class right now, that'd be great. Maybe I'll put you in the acknowledgements of one of my papers that gets like 10 citations. I don't know, like medical doctors are more of a hero than I am, at least. I don't do anything. I just turn your tax dollars into all-nighters. Whatever I do, whatever I'm supposed to be researching. And by knowledge of the brain I specifically mean the rodent brain, not really the human brain. I don't know what these other parts are. And also only really, like, one specific part of the human brain. Two specific parts. I'm a good hippocampal electrophysiologist. How did it work for picking your research topic? Did I have my choice of professor, or did I have to convince them to let me work with them? So the story is, in grad school, I did not know what I wanted to do after I graduated. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do in grad school either, and I only ended up in neuroscience because I was depressed, and I worked with somebody who was working with new antidepressants, and I thought that would be funny. So that's how I became a neuroscientist. And I got my current job just from sheer dumb luck. There was a conference during the COVID era that was virtual that I didn't really feel like doing because, you know, virtual conference, whatever. If you're not gonna use it as an excuse to go to San Diego or talk to people that you haven't met in years, why are you bothering? But one of my colleagues convinced me to apply for it and send in an abstract because I had already more or less had one written up. And with like 20 minutes to go before the submission deadline, I sent one in, and then, you know, have like a poster presentation at the thing that I guess is attended by some of the people in the lab that I currently work in, because a few months later I get an email saying, oh, we have an offering or a job opening in your area of expertise. Do you want to come work for us? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't have any other career plans. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I wanted to graduate. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, where's this lab at? Oh, it's at Harvard. Well, I guess I can't say no to that. It's better than I probably could have done had I actively put in the effort in finding a job. Which I realize is a very superficial way of going about it. Normally, you're supposed to, like, not necessarily pick your lab based on the university, but pick it based on, you know, the topic you're interested in. Pick it based on, like, the PI, if they're doing a good job, if they're putting out research that you're interested in, if they've got funding, whatever. But, like, I don't know what I'm doing in life. I just do what people put in front of me, and this was one of those things, so that's how I ended up here. And I guess sleep is interesting enough, conceptually. I like it about as well as I like, I don't know. I was gonna say screening for novel antidepressants, but I think I might like the antidepressant research more, just because it's, I don't know, more personally relevant, more interesting. Like, you talk about certain whatever, like, novel models of understanding sleep disruption. And that's great, and everyone has, like, disrupted sleep. But the thing with the antidepressant research is that when you're working with, like, ketamine and psychedelics and everything, you know, it's the kind of stuff that's been in the news a whole bunch recently for the past however many years. So everyone's always kind of, like, interested in it and willing to talk. Versus, like, now I talk about the things that I do and people just sort of smile and nod their heads. Well. Sleep is relevant to me as depression. Like, kind of, but the field of sleep medicine, I think, is not as mature as, like, you know, antidepressant psychiatry. Because, like, what are the sleep meds you have? There's Lunesta, there's Ambien, there's, like, off-label effects from, like, Trazodone or Seroquel. But for the most part, it's, like, 2 or 3 main drugs. Oh, and the orexin receptor antagonists. And, like, that's it. How many antidepressants are there? They're, like, dozens. And, like, granted, they're almost all kind of the same. You know, same general theory behind them. Just different receptor affinities. But... good. Was that a sloth? As the damsel? I never found hydroxyzine to work, but they only gave it to me once or twice when I was in the psych hospital. Ouch. Like, I don't know if hydroxyzine is specifically indicated for sleep or if that's just an off-label thing. But, like, reasonably well-validated off-label use, so people are generally willing to prescribe it. Especially because it's got less, you know, risk of abuse than, say, like, a benzo. Well, I had an Ambien, like, however long the stream's been up ago, so like 40-something minutes. I guess I'm sort of, I don't know, not drowsy exactly. I've been kind of just low, or you know, low energy and kind of out of it all day anyway, due to the grant submission at 7 in the morning. All Century, yeah. Not wrong. Ever since the towers came down. I've always been curious to know what taking an amphetamine would be like, but I can also see it going very badly, so I've never done it. I don't have an ADHD diagnosis. Well, most of your sleep meds, they're not really so focused on doing anything to circadian period, which is not, I don't think it's really a thing that we've got drugs to specifically work on at the moment, as much as they're just general, like, GABA PAMs to produce, like, generalized synaptic inhibition and just, you know, overall sedation. I mean, if anything, they're probably worse for circadian regulation because the sleep that you're getting is not like normal sleep with all the normal sleep oscillations that you're supposed to be getting. Yeah, if you're taking Adderall and you're also a speedrunner, does that count as a tool-assisted speedrun? Why don't they screen for performance-enhancing drugs at GDQ? They're ruining the integrity of my speedruns. I want every speedrunner to piss on a cup or piss in a cup live on stream prior to being allowed to do their run. Just piss on the console. It'll be like when we were doing the Mario Marathon and CDI got vomited on. Ouch. I feel like I hit that. Maybe I didn't. Stop that. And then, once they take the pee drug test, they can auction the pee off for charity. Gamer piss water. I mean, it is bath water, it's just a small amount of bath water. Assuming you also bathe in piss, which no one is stopping you from doing. You know, what is and is not bathwater is a relative term. And I think people are leaving a lot of money on the table by not really exploring their options. I mean, I have a mouthful of bathwater right now. It's just called spit, and it's on a much smaller scale. Oh, what was your GDQ run-in? Was it a run-in with the cops? Alex Kidd in Shinobi World. Is that a Genesis game? Or is that a Master System thing? I don't think I've ever played any of those Alex Kidd games. Sweet, is it Shinobi World as in like general ninja theming, or is it like Revenge of Shinobi? Ouch. Hey, I did that Oregon Trail speedrun. Which I uploaded as a joke like 10 years ago, but as far as I'm aware, has not yet been beaten. Possessed by the 10,000-year-old ghost of Joe Musashi. Oh, great. Yeah, I think they should start the speedrun timer actually when you purchase the game. So it involves, you know, running into the Best Buy and navigating it, finding where the game is on the shelf. If they don't have it, then you gotta go to the Target. If they don't have it, then you go to the GameStop across town. It's a lot more resetting, but... I don't know. I guess you'd have to buy a new copy every time you have an attempt. Somebody do an Oregon Trail run at GDQ and shout me out. When was that? Oh, Skybills. I don't think I watched that, but I would believe that would be something she'd do. That was 2015. God. What do you mean, Jesus, Tim? What did I do? What did I say? I'm sorry for whatever it was. '15 was 9 years ago. 2015 was... I don't know. I mean, it makes sense it would be 2015 because that was kind of the last time I was actively streaming. Well, no, I meant that in like... I know they've been in the chat a lot and have watched the streams and have been around for the Oregon stuff, so it makes sense that that is the person who would have done it versus someone else who I've never seen around. I don't mean to come off as ungrateful. I mostly mean to come off without leaving any residue. Was that a joke? I think it might have had the makings of one, but unsuccessfully. Wow, thanks for the mystery fluid. Come on, money. Oh. Why is there not a game called Yoshi's Story? It's a missed opportunity. Finally answering the question of how the Yoshis use the bathroom. Oh. You lost. It's true. What time is it? Oh, 3 in the morning. 3:14. It's the pie hour. Oh. I will go to bed. I'm just waiting for this Ambien to kick in. Or maybe it's already kicked in. Who's to say? I haven't noticed a marked decrease in my Spelunky performance, though. Although I think last time it made me way worse at Puyo, so maybe that's the benchmark. Yeah, it hasn't been a very exceptional Spelunky night. There were definitely times when I was in the middle of grant writing and would take an hour or two to play Spelunky on stream and get surprisingly far on like the first or second attempt. This is not one of those times. I guess when I die, I could try to play Puyo. Oh, that buzzing's coming from my air conditioning. The compressor on the unit in the bedroom is really loud. For some reason. Gotta kiss that dog. Oh. No, this game is great. It's got like the harsh but fair rule of both like game design and how it controls like ghouls and ghosts. You know, like there are very specific things the game has made clear that you can and cannot do. And you often figure them out via trial and error, but is at least relatively consistent. Even if it is kind of full of a lot of bullshit, it is bullshit that acts consistently. Oh. I don't have any money. Until you die in some circumstance that you haven't died before. Yeah, but that's how you learn. I guess. You know, it's like how when you're playing Ghouls and Ghosts, and Arthur has that very specific jump arc that doesn't have any kind of air control, and it's the same jump as every other jump you've ever made. And if you use it and inadvertently jump in a pit, well, that's kind of on you. It's annoying and sucks, but like, they did warn you. Okay, so I guess this is the cup. Oh, hello. I'll take that. So do I just kill things now, or how does this work? You collect the blood that drops from them? Oh, okay. Oh. No, no. Oh, okay. Is there any indication of how full it is? Oh yeah, I see. It's got like the Doom guy face when you take damage. Oh, wait, I don't have the climbing gloves. Was that really stupid? That might have been very stupid. Oh, hello. I kind of wish you could blow up the ice blocks with the shotgun. Where's the exit? What does Derek use? New game? Oh, there it is. I haven't kept up with anything other than getting my grant, or applying to my grant. Oh my god, that penguin! Oh no! I didn't know I could do that. Oh, I was gonna whip her and get the blood off of it. Whatever happened to the cave story guy? Didn't he have a game that came out about, like, frogs or something? A while ago? What is it called? Oh, Kara Blaster, that's right. No! Oh, that's right, Studio Pixel presents. Here you go. Dead body I found. Hope that's cool. There's another dead body I found. Hope that's cool. Thanks. Yeah. Buy everything. Hello. Welcome to the Ambien post-grant submission stream, where the only thing I'm submitting is myself to the vagaries of a cruel and uncaring universe. Wow, that just keeps going, doesn't it? Oh no, the dog! Oh! Where do I go? Is that the exit? Oh god, it was so much work, dude. Just weeks on end working on like that or my boss's grant for like 12, 16 hours. And I realize a lot of that is self-inflicted due to poor time management, but god, what a drag. But at least I've submitted it, even if it's probably not very good. Oh shit! I'm sorry. Well, it'd be a waste to let all that money go. Hope this is where the exit is. There's a damsel. Give me that blood. Give me that blood. Oh, it didn't fill it up all the way. God. I don't know if it's over here. kind of get the impression that it's not. Is this gonna crush me? No. Oh, there's the exit. I think this is now officially the farthest I've ever gotten in Cave Story. Or Spelunky. Oh. Nice. Do you have any control over the direction that goes? Doesn't seem like it. I guess it doesn't make the... Oh. I was gonna say, it's not making the shopkeeper aggro noise when I killed that other guy, probably because there aren't any more shopkeepers. I say, as then there's a shopkeeper immediately at the exit. Oh, don't keep hitting him. Hit the shopkeeper. There we go. Yeah, now I have to piss in the blood cup. I've never been this far! Is that a boss? You don't remember me fighting this boss. Well, I don't know what you do. I should have kept the shotgun. I guess you jump on him? Or no, is this like, the Carnival Night mini-boss? Where he's like slowly destroying the stage. Do I want me to spoil how to kill him? No! My guess is he has to keep blowing up the stage until he falls through, or something. Alternatively, you hit the jewel that made the little tinkly sound effect in the beginning. Man, I miss having the cape. It makes this so much easier. Oh, I have to go and contact that therapist that I was going to see, who has a really nice office and seems like an okay dude, who went on vacation over the summer to the Cape and was only doing virtual therapy, so I did not bother seeing him. But I think summer's essentially over, so... might as well do that. So I can one day be happy. Oh, sorry, monkey. Alternatively, maybe this is just how things are. Which is probably the case. I do think it was very funny that the psychiatrist I see just was like verbatim, yeah, life sucks and then you die. I was like, oh, okay. I won't worry about taking any pills then. How were your ketamine infusions? Did they help? I've still never done that. It's covered by insurance maybe one day, but I don't know. Oh. Well, I can't be down money from the casino. I gotta make something. God, the music in this game is so good. Oh man. Okay. No more gambling. I definitely feel like I'm getting way more tired. Shit. Here, let's do the Puyo test. Let's see if I'm just truly playing like crap across all modalities. I finally closed all those Chrome tabs. Oops. Japanese game, circle to confirm, that's right. Why does she not have an alternate voice? Oh god. I already feel really bad about this. Oh no. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, wait, no. That didn't count. This will count. Oh, I hate Tetris. It's truly the worst things. The worst thing they unleashed upon the world during the Cold War. Oh god. This has got to be what it's like to play if you haven't actually played a whole lot of Tetris, or a whole lot of Puyo before, and you just start and have no idea intuitively how the bits go together. BB. I don't know. I don't know how Tetris works. There are too many blocks. My brain is smooth, and therefore I only want things that are round and ideally somewhat gelatinous. Well, I think I've definitely passed the ambient test. Or failed it, depending on your perspective. It's also way harder to read the chat when this is playing. BB, chat, how was your weekend? What day is it? Wednesday? Every day feels like simultaneously Monday and Friday. I'm not good at Tetris, you take that back. Don't you ever say that in my chat. This game always just makes me think about being in Baltimore, Washington International Airport, where I had a flight delayed for a while going out to a conference, and I just bought it on the Switch in like 2018 or so. I just played it for hours. I barely have any memories of playing the Vita version except occasionally in the bathroom in my grad school apartment. And I'm currently not making new memories of playing it right now. I'm really good at columns. Do people like columns? It seems like it gets brought up a lot in all these like Sega Classic collections. And people will be like, oh yeah, columns, I remember playing columns. But it doesn't seem like columns is anybody's favorite puzzle game. Shit. Like, it's Sega's puzzle game, but that does not mean it is good or beloved by the general populace. Crazy Taxi Connoisseur. God, did you see the thing, that article about the Democratic vice presidential nominee, Tim Walz, being really addicted to playing the Sega Dreamcast to the point where his wife would yell at him, and it turns out the game that he was really hooked on was Crazy Taxi, which is kind of incredible. And also totally understandable. I know it sounds like a thing I would make up as a joke, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Slash, I was sent an article about it on IGN, the reputable gaming news outlet that they are. Maybe only a hint of sarcasm. That's not a Tetris. That's a Tritris. I did a chain. Like that. Well, maybe I'm not as impaired as I thought. I should go drive a car. Why did I do that? Yeah, better yet, a taxi. I'll just sign up for Uber while having a real job in order to not have to give any shits about how well I'm doing it. Like, oh, I'm a real bad Uber driver. Oh well. At least I had fun being a public menace. You know, it'll be like that Nathan For You episode. I mean, benzos make you ostensibly worse at a number of things. I feel like no one is generally saying, oh good, my reaction times have really been improved by this sedative. oh good, I'm able to focus on this task way more now that my ability to like promote synaptic plasticity has been turned way down. God. Every time Mambo number 9 or number 5 or whatever comes on, I always think of that Nathan For You bit where there's that one guy in the car just yelling, "Turn off the music!" over and over. The dude hated Mambo number 5. And then he had to marry the Uber driver in the Chinese restaurant. Was there a second sequel, a second series, second season, I meant, of the rehearsal, or is that dead? Granted, if it's anything like all the episodes past episode 1 of that show, I would not really miss it. But I don't know what Nathan Fielder is up to. Days like this, I curse the Chinese for inventing gunpowder. Goo goo. See, that's the version of Arl on Ambien. That's yeah. It's roughly how I feel. Yeah, these go together somehow. I need some blues though. No, no, no. Oh, I made a bad error. Oh, I hate you, Tetris. Oh, I gotta finish that Link to the Past playthrough that I started a long time ago. And then got depressed and didn't stream for like 3 months. Which doesn't necessarily narrow it down, but you know what I mean. So many games I gotta finish. Yeah. Now I at least have a little bit of time. I wonder if my grant will get funded. Hopefully eventually, but probably not on the first go. Why did I put that there? Oh, Andy Milonakis. I don't know what he is up to. Did he like the grant proposal? He didn't say anything! It was killing me all day. I kept waking up from various assorted naps I was having because my sleep schedule was all screwed up, and I would check my phone and think, oh boy, can't wait to see what he thought about my grant application, only to find out he didn't say anything. He still hasn't said anything, which I guess means he doesn't like it, or like me. Thrashing that dude. God, the pain in that thing's voice, and it only says BB. It's truly the universal language. Oh god, I'm getting so tired. Happy 3:48 in the morning, chat. Oh, it's so loud also. Turn that down. It's dancing. Shit. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Have fun at the emergency dentist. Remember to break glass in case of fire. In case your teeth catch fire. Actually be horrified by at 4 in the morning. Medical horrors beyond your comprehension. No, not like on an airplane. I mean, maybe on an airplane, I don't know. If the plane's going down, there's probably a lot of ignition sources. Oh god. It's so hard to focus. Chat, it's so hard to focus on any of this at the moment. Make that piece go away. I mean, the instructions on the bottle of Ambien say, take it and immediately go to bed. They do not say, take it and play Puyo Puyo for an hour and a half. Oh god. Oh god. Do they use isoflurane at all in any capacity for human surgeries, or is that only reserved for animals? I don't really know very much about inhaled anesthetics. Just that we always have ISO. It's like a tolerance thing, or a efficacy thing, or just one is more pleasant than the other. What do you do? Is this like dentistry, or... It's like somatic medicine. Oh god, chat, I'm so tired of everything, and also this particular game. What do I do with this piece? It doesn't fit anywhere. Okay, there, we'll make it poof. Deal with it later. You have to look into what your dental insurance will cover. Well, it's a pretty good assumption that the answer is nothing, if it's like most dental insurances. Here's my dental advice. Get that high fluoride prescription toothpaste. Just ask your doctor. I don't even think you have to ask a dentist. It's good stuff. Beat that child up with beans. God, I don't know. That doesn't go there. None of these really go there. I guess we could do that. I don't know. It's very hard to focus, which I've been repeatedly saying. Oh, you know what I gotta go back to? I have to go back to my Sonic Adventure 2 playthrough and make Bubby the best Chow in the Chow Racing Syndicate before he dies and reincarnates into something worse and I stop loving him because he's not the same Bubby that I used to know. Now he's just some Bubby that I used to know. There's a new Sonic trailer. Oh, that's right. They're making Sonic 3 and Knuckles, aren't they? I never saw any of those movies. I wish they would put out a Sonic movie and it's animated like Sonic Adventure, down to the weird, over-exaggerated mouth movements and everything. What is that? I'm on the point where I should go to bed soon. Yeah, but Ambient's supposed to work faster. Honestly, it probably had already begun to kick in within 15 minutes or so. Not like in 2 hours. Maybe if I keep staying awake, I'll get to the, like, Roseanne Barr stage of posting racist tweets and blaming it on the Ambien. This is what I really think about the Canadians. Bring me into the hallucination phase. Yeah, I feel like over the course of me writing my grant and having my sleep be super disordered and taking a bunch of Ambien to help get to sleep, I've built up so much GABAergic tolerance that, like, any effect from Ambien would be relatively mild. Maybe if I didn't have anything for a few weeks. Oh, God. Oh, God. What do you even do? It's so bad. Chat, it's so bad. Well, Canadians are extinct. That's why I thought it was safe to make fun of them. To express my anti-Canadian racism. I drink coffee in the morning. Usually, yeah. Why? Is there a new article that comes out that says that actually gives you cancer? And that I should be drinking more of it. Okay, I gotta pop that purple. What did I do? Pop the purple, that's right. That is the mental note I made to myself at some point. Or I'll stop throwing stuff at me. Stare at the ceiling. No, it's time to stare at the beans. I have to save my bean chain. My chain of beans. Let's dancing. Oh man, you know it would be fun to play in this state, and by fun I mean probably intensely miserable. A good game of egg. At least there's no thinking or planning in egg, it's just reflexes. Keeping track of which piece fell most recently in your peripheral vision. And then remembering to catch it. You can't do caffeine anymore in the morning or you get all wound up. No, not me. I was like that for a little bit when I was being dosed on levothyroxine, and I guess adjusting to it. But now that that's been settled, now I just drink a bunch of coffee. I bought a cheapo coffee maker from Amazon for the lab. And I do it with like the grand intent of sharing it with other people, but people also normally don't drink it. So it's usually just me. Sometimes a collaborator. And I end up drinking like 6 cups or so. It's good. I like coffee. I wish they made more coffee. It's not fair that they just have, you know, regular coffee and decaf. There should be different variations. Like coffee with Pepsi in it. Vitamin coffee. No. I don't think we'd be allowed to, like, use lab funds on an espresso machine. Especially because they're all, like, public government grants. And there are very specific provisions on what you can and cannot spend money on. Oh, this is bad. Please, chat, save me from my own mistakes. Both in the game and real life. Okay, don't worry, we're back in business. Yeah, Sergeant Pepper. Someone left a comment on that. I think today. I don't know if Ricky Allen's in the chat, but the comment was, how every time they hear Cats in the Cradle, they always think about Pepsi's in the fridge with the crab rangoon as the actual lyric, which is actually a very good lyric. So, kudos to you. It was that and Kiss Our Aspartame people generally comment on. None of the songs that I wrote. Quote unquote, wrote. I should just put that on my resume. Like, yeah, I produced 2 albums. Does this game actually make me tired? I'm tired because of the drug. I wouldn't say I'm amped up. I'm definitely pretty sleepy. I'm doing the best I can in the circumstances. Oh shit. I've done a bad thing. Oh no. Oh, I didn't mean for that to pop. I was not paying attention, it was glowing and everything. If you exercise daily and drink tons of coffee, can you counteract the holes that Benza has put in your brain? Sure. Don't tell me that, I'll get paranoid. That'll put new holes in my brain. Fear being the mind killer and all of that. No, I have not read Dune. I'm only familiar with that quote in the Danganronpa 3 context. I gotta pop that blue, okay? Remind me. I wonder if anyone's come across that album out of context. Yeah, you'd hope. I don't know how it would happen, but it would be pretty good to just randomly stumble upon an album of Pepsi and Mountain Dew themed parody tracks. Not to toot my own horn. Oh god. That's what I get for tootin'. Chat, what did you do today? Does anyone else's grant do? Or is that just a me thing? Went to the eye doctor. How's it work? Or how'd it go? You still have eyes? Let me take them from you. Oh god! Everything's falling apart. Is Prosecutor's Path the new one? Is that Investigations 1 or 2? Oh, you should show me one of your drawings, Rosa. I always wanted to be good at art, but I'm not. I never really sunk in any of the time to learn, so I'm just kind of making peace with the fact that there are some things I cannot do, and that's okay. Although I have to get back to practicing piano, because I've been so busy with work and coming home so tired I've not bothered for months, and I'm sure I've forgotten a whole bunch. You ever just get, like, really into the idea of buying something, and you put, god damn it, and you put a like bunch of time into researching and shopping for the best thing of that category, and then you get it, and then it's just, okay, well, now I own that. Don't have to think about it anymore. But I'm not actively doing anything with it. It's kind of like that with the piano. Like, ah, good, look at all the things I can make it do. Without thinking about all the work involved that actually is required to be competent. PewDiePie. Inspiring. What does he even do these days? I've not thought about him in so many years. It's like a very specific era, and I assume he only ever existed in that era. It's a very specific place on that PUBG map. Yeah, you could send them to me if you want. I haven't really done anything on Twitter in a long time now. I think I'm still logged in at least. God damn it, I keep making these mistakes, and they keep compounding into mistakes that are more and more unrecoverable. Like, what the hell is this? Oh, it's so gross. Nothing on Twitter must be so good for my mental health. Yeah. Oh no, it's been great. I've never been so happy, and certainly did not do anything to end up in a hospital semi-recently. Where do I put these beans? Yeah, whatever. Now you get all the brain rot you need from this channel. I provide the brain rot. I guess that. No. More video games need scientist characters. I need more representation. I feel like I don't relate to anybody. But I do relate to this big scientist bear. What am I doing? Not that. I gotta pop that blue. Oh shit. Don't cover that up. I love you too. Gee, thanks. Oh, I thought I was gonna have died like 20 minutes ago. It's still going. My whisper's turned off for all accounts. Do I? Oh, it's okay. I believe you. You can just tell me that you're a great artist, and I'll probably be impressed. Apparently have a fever. What if you took a bunch of Ambien and played Puyo? I currently don't have a fever, so that might help. Oh, I have to... I have a talk I have to give. But I have to sign up to give the talk. And I've not done any of that yet. But it involves like a free multi-course dinner and an open bar, so I should probably do it. Well, it's probably going to be on stress-induced insomnia, and probably mostly just with the preliminary data that I have, that I've already put together for my grant. I mean, I might as well. I've done all the graphs and everything, all the data analysis, I've drawn the conclusions. That's the only kind of drawing I'm good at. I think I had a plan here, and now I don't remember what it was. No, I remember now. It's putting a blue here, covering up this shit. I kind of like how it is, actually. Oh, I need purples. Okay, here. Feast your eyes uponeth my beams, and rejoice. God. This character just showed up and then in like 2 seconds of cacophony immediately disappeared. What a good game. I need a green and a, yeah, exactly that. Remember that one Japanese dude that I just beat repeatedly as the only other person playing Puyo Tetris online on the Vita? I wonder what he's up to. I hope he didn't do anything rash. Oh, that's bad. That's the funniest joke in this game. Just the guy making the dying robot sound. As a dying robot myself, I can attest it is very accurate. Starting to think Ambient actually improves my performance. I don't know. I've definitely gotten... Shit! Oh god! I've gotten, like, to the brink a number of times in this, but have ended up recovering, so I guess... I don't know. I don't know if it's an ambient effect or just me being good at Puyo. Also, this dude is super dead. Take that. Take that buzzing. That's gotta go there, that's gotta go there. That's gotta get buffered, and then greens and a couple of blues on that somehow. Oh, don't Tetris me. Do you know what kind of week I've had? Do you know what kind of month? What kind of multi-month period I've had, game? And you throw Tetrises at me? Oh shit! Okay, that's really bad. Is what a lesser player would say. However, I got it. Oh god, man, this... You gotta stop. I don't like that the AI has remembered how to play. Stop it, dude! Oh, I'm screwed. Well... Oh well. I'm gonna sleep now. What time? Oh god, there we go, display port. It's 4:21 in the morning. I was on top of the world and I've fallen so far. And not just because I own a Vita. Okay, bye. Thanks for hanging out, chat. I appreciate you people and treat you sort of like real friends, even though I know you're just text prompts on a chat room. Anyway, bye.